Hello. Oh, wow. So, after this very unplanned break, I think I'm learning to find my rhythm again. Uh, I just want to weigh in and come and tell you what my reflections have been over the last little bit of time that I haven't posted any content. So, I am Lauren and I'm a sound healing doula. And today I felt guided to come on and talk to you about how strong women actually are. So, just to give you a bit of context, I am very in tune with the moon, and I had a lot of downloads and a lot of intuitive messages that came through because I had restarted my moon time, and it is such a sacred thing. And I, along with a lot of other things, like when things happen to me, I am very open about what goes on, and I'm kind of getting that balance between oversharing and then like not sharing enough so that people don't like understand what's going on or they don't get an insight. But because of what Washea is, I feel like it's so important to redefine my own journey with my moon time and just allowing my body to do what it does and to not villainize my own body, because I'm here encouraging women, empowering them, saying they're amazing because they are, but that wasn't a true reflection as to how I was talking to myself. So, this phase of my life at the moment and like what I'm going through and kind of having to navigate, I wanted to really honor what my body was doing and what it is continuing to do. I'm setting that intention now while I'm in the throes of it, but it's the way in which things have sort of unfolded and how they've developed over this particular cycle. So I have PCOS, and it's really strange to know that for months and months and months I have been setting a very basic, or in my eyes, a very basic and simple manifestation. And while I've got like all of my business goals and stuff that I'm working on aligning myself with, I really want to have like a personal goal that was something that I wasn't going to speak on unless it happened. And I feel like that's what I will do, especially with the ones that do mean a lot to me. But the first step was just to have a moon cycle, because my body and my mind were getting deeply impacted by the fact that I wasn't receiving one. And I've just been feeling I was so conflicted when it started again, because I had almost forgotten about like all of the emotional changes that happen. And while I was aware, obviously, because like I've had them before, but the last time that I had one, I was in a very, very different state of mind when I had it. And I was just thinking, this is the worst thing ever. I can't believe I have to go through this. I don't want to be doing this. And like at that time, like I knew words were spells, but I was focusing my words directly towards things like money and getting a house and all of those things where it's like, oh, here's the physical thing that I want and I'm working towards. And it didn't really occur to me that there were periods in my life where I'm talking about like what's happening to my body or what's happening to me on an emotional level, on an energetic level, and I'm putting in those really harmful words that are like imprinting in me. So like because I'm here and wanting to like change how the future generations in my lineage see themselves, I thought like towards the end of the last one, I basically said, you know what, I'm going to make a promise to myself. If I can do something that is going to help me and then help others feel more connected to their bodies, I've done the right thing. Even if it's just one person, even if it's like my great granddaughter or something, like I've done what I need to do. But first of all, I need to start with me, and I'm always saying it starts with me. I go first, I start, you can choose to come with me, right? So now I'm at the point where I was like, okay, so I have to be in this like space of waiting and just wondering when it's going to show up. So that period of uncertainty, that wasn't really anything new to me in this area, because I do that quite often, and the wait just felt different this time. It felt very different. And while I've been working on a lot of other things, I've been doing a lot of shadow work. I've been doing a lot of inner reflection and feeling into what that future version of me is going to want to experience. And while this whole process has kind of come about in the way that it's come about, I have learned that even when there are periods of discomfort, connecting yourself back to that, like in the future version of yourself, your higher self, that is like one of the main anchors for me, because that is connecting me to like why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing in the way that I'm experiencing it. And with this particular moon cycle, I have definitely, like, there have been surprises, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my body is not, it's not doing what in my head I was prepared for. And that even comes down to like me sleeping. Like my dreams have been incredibly vivid, but there's like a different tone to them. So where I was usually doing or like participating in astral projection sessions and having like dreams where I could fully control like each element of them, so I would usually choose to take the path to where things felt good, they made me feel excited, I felt calm, and I just felt blissful. This like week, going on like 2 weeks, has been very intense, and I have definitely had some really distressing dreams, but as this is like a cleanse and I'm going through a very different period of my life energetically, I feel like my dreams are kind of reflecting that, because the clarity that I've had with these intense dreams has been something else, and I'm just like, okay, let's maybe focus on something else. So I am very aware, and I've got my dream journal, and it is something it's something else, and it has been quite an adjustment, but the level of tiredness that I've experienced this time around has been it has definitely been an adjustment. And because I haven't felt like there is like not a need for me to be tired, but there are now reasons as to why the tiredness has come in waves. But with this one, I was able to balance my energy, and like I'm continuing to balance it as well. And I'm also learning that my boundaries are being respected, and I am getting the help that I need and require at this time. And for me, this has definitely been a period of rest, and while I've had a lot to kind of get through and having to manage it alongside this, I am sort of becoming more and more aware of how strong I am and how resilient, powerful, and potent I am at all times. And this was just like a really powerful reminder. It was a really divine reminder as to why I'm here doing what I'm doing with my business. And also there have been little signs of synchronicity and just divine timing to let me know that even though I'm doing other things as well as my business, there are elements that can sort of be brought into my work and like just my other ways of being creative, and that makes me happy as well. And it's made this time feel very it's made it feel gentle in the spiritual way, not the physical way at all, but I am sort of learning where it feels safe to let go of things that don't serve me or are not in alignment with where I am right now. And then I have the space to allow my own body to breathe and feel safe. And I've made a lot of subtle changes that allow my body to feel good, or as good as it can be, with releasing, cleansing, and just letting go. And instead of me being like, oh, I should be able to do this, I should be able to do all of this, because I've let go of a lot of resistance around how I talk to myself. I have really set my intention and just allowed that time to be where I'm able to. Oh my gosh, okay. So there is like a lot of time that I've been able to focus on self-love, self-care, and just the way that my thoughts have been sort of building up, and how I'm able to put positive intentions into things and watch them manifest. It's been really nice to see the reward of being consistent. And this week I was focusing on a few elements of like projects that I wanted to get completed, and because the inspiration wasn't there, or there wasn't that push for me to get sorted and get things organized, I was just like thinking, I have all the time in the world. And while that is true, there are others in the world who do not think in the same way as I do, and they kind of they go alongside deadlines. And so I have to obviously meet those deadlines, and it feels so good. It feels so good to be on the road to meeting this very big deadline for this project. And I am just here like celebrating where I am, where I was, because there has been an incredibly big shift for me and my business, and I'm so ready to see what happens as a result of this happening as an event in like my business. So if I was thinking about a timeline and things that have happened, this would be like one of the points where I could say, oh yeah, this was a key event in like my business success. And I feel like having this here on this channel is like just another marker of like what I've done. And I have been working more on a few things that I'm going to be releasing very soon. And yeah, it just feels so good. And when I'm connecting back with my intuition, I'm just hearing like, yes, keep going, this feels good. And I've also been able to balance my ability to like treat myself, and this time around I'm not making myself feel bad for desiring those things, and it feels safe for my body to let go of that guilt. And yeah, and then it like, while I've been getting all of these things done, I'm realizing like, wow, I'm doing what I do normally, but now like what's going on with my body, and I'm still able, although I have to sort of slow down with the intensity at which I kind of move around and stuff, I'm still able to do everything that I was doing without it. And now, like, from a spiritual standpoint, yeah, there have been moments where I felt discomfort or I've been worried, but I'm now thinking, oh my gosh, okay, so now I'm one step closer to like one of the biggest manifestations that I am looking forward to in the future. And like when I feel like I can't do something or I want to quit, I have really found safety in the phrase one moment more, or one moment closer to meeting you. And that can apply with so many things. And like where my life is at the moment, that is something that I'm so anchored in. And I just love the fact that Spirit was able to give me that reflection. And it's like, okay, so this wave may feel difficult right now, but it's one moment until I get to meet you. And I could think about this in terms of clients, people that I deeply care about, and just experiences I'm yet to have. So yeah, there have been a lot of twists and turns, but there have been some really really thought-provoking moments during this time, and I feel so connected to who I am. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for today's little chat. And as always, I will put all of my information in the description, and I will catch you guys in the next one.